Well, we do that on many different levels because cultural heritage or cultural property protection, of course, starts with awareness raising, and a museum as the space in which you encounter objects is the perfect opportunity to make people understand that the objects they're looking at are not just art or objects of scientific investigation, but these objects, of course, are also the cultural property and the cultural heritage of a country, a nation, a state. So I think it's very important, especially in archaeological museums, to make known the fact that we're not just looking at art, but that we're also looking at something that gives identity to the nations where the object come from. This is the first level, so to speak. Then, of course, we're an expert institution, which means we know a lot about the objects, which means also that we can provide services both to the governments, but also to NGOs, for example, the International Council of Museums or UNESCO, which are very active in the field of combating illicit traffic, but do not have the expertise. Museums are expert institutions for material cultural heritage, and in that way we work together with the International Council of Museums within the Red List program. We work together with UNESCO, both within the area of awareness raising and countering illicit trafficking. We're also working very closely with the countries that are most interesting for us, like Iraq and Syria. And of course, probably the most important thing that we can do right now in the current situation is capacity building. We exchange knowledge with colleagues from Iraq and Syria. We transfer knowledge to them. We're trying to make them understand what infrastructures and technologies are important to protect cultural heritage effectively. And we're also developing methods for the 3D documentation of archaeological objects here at the museum, which is probably the best way to document archaeological heritage. All these areas sort of connect, and this is why I think museums can contribute in a great manner to this field.